Talk issues, not personality. Anytime you want to discuss, bring the issues on the table and focus on those issues. No argument before your children. This rule will help you, will help your marriage, and will also help your children. Some people, they will be arguing, the children will try to intervene. You are just destroying the psyche of these children. No argument in the public. Oh, when you begin to argue in the public, people will begin to see you as people who do not have decorum. No usage of negative words whatsoever. Negative words generate negative reaction, negative response, and negative marriage. No raising of voices at any time. Make it a rule in your marriage. That's number 10. If you can discipline yourself to the extent that no matter the disagreement in your marriage, you are not raising your voices, it will go a long way to show that you are matured.
Family Lifeline.
Number 11, give room for effective communication. Effective communication involves talking deep, talking honestly, and talking to be understood, not to manipulate or causing confusion. So you must always be effective in your talking. Be effective in your relationship with your wife, with your husband. Talk to be understood. Talk to build, not to destroy. Number 12, take time to connect. Take time to connect. Most of the time, people talk to have their ways, but the truth is, in a very good marriage, husband and wife talk to connect. In the process of connecting, they talk effectively and get answers to their problems, even without fighting about it. So let your discussion be about connecting your spouse. I want to reach you. I want to connect you. I want you to get me. I want to get you. I want to reach your soul. I want you to reach my heart. I want us to journey together in this journey. I want us to go together on the journey of life and get a result out of our marriage. It's not just that I want to have my way. When you talk together just to have your way, you end up in the land of argument that nobody will win. So take time to connect. And there is no way to connect in marriage than in the place of communication and intimacy and playfulness. Number 13, be a good listener. Listening is one quality that is lacking in our society. You see, on campus, they taught us about communication. Everybody is like, it's a university course. Communication 102, communication 304. But in all the communication teaching, the lecture they gave us, it is only about talking. Nobody ever taught us how to listen. I don't know the reason for it, but that's a whole lot of mistakes. Anywhere you see people teaching about communication, they only talk about how to talk. That's why you see people offering courses about public speaking. They talk about public speaking. You see people talking to couples about communication, how to communicate, and they will never mention how to listen. So everybody is programmed to talk and talk and talk and talk, and nobody to listen. If nobody is listening, nobody will reason. And if nobody is reasoning, nobody will be understood. And without understanding, there's no marriage. That is the major problem in our marriages. So let's hone our listening skill so that we can build our marriage to be the best. Number 14, talk like a problem solver, not like somebody that wants to initiate a war. Not at all. Your husband is coming in, there's something he did you didn't like. The way you talk will show whether you want to start a war or you want to solve a problem or you want to be understood. Immediately the man is coming and you say, you see, Thank God you are here. Thank God you are here. I've been waiting for you. I said there will be trouble today. You have not even said what's in your mind. You are only adding fuel to fire, and you are not likely to get your result. So talk like somebody who wants to solve problems, not somebody that wants to initiate a war. Number 15, use the right tone when talking. There are tones that bring love and that engender respect and make your spouse to be able to understand you. So use the right tone. I told you that you must not raise your voice. Tone rising is not a sign of maturity. Let the children in nursery school do the shouting, not the parent at home. When you are in primary school, nursery school, you see children shouting on each other. We can understand with them because they are children. But mature men should talk like professional, should talk like somebody that is mature. So use the right tone when talking and talk at the right time. You don't wake up your husband in the middle of the night around 3 a.m. and say, we need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk. When you wake a man up around 4 a.m., around 3 a.m., and you say, we need to talk, you won't get the right result. Because the guy that will wake up will not be your husband. The guy that will wake up will be a warrior, ready to fight. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. is a very wrong time to talk in marriage, especially when the other party is sleeping. Not at all. So know the right time, and that right time will not be the middle of the night. That right time will not be the time your husband is just walking in. That right time will not be the time you know that your spouse is very tired and famished. That right time will not be the time where you know that your spouse is hungry. No, feed the tummy first before you can feed his mind. You need to talk at the right time. Number 17. No, we are talking about handling communication in marriage. The 17th way to handle it, speak with respect, honor, and dignity. I think I need to address men here. No matter how old you are, you may be older than your wife, you may be taller, you may be everything, but still speak with respect. Honor your wife. Speak with dignity. No, don't resort to name calling. Don't abuse her. Don't abuse your husband too. We have some women, they will rise up and say, so you call yourself a man. You are a man. I don't think you are even using yourself. Talking to their husband like that, you won't get any result. I know the result is what you want. You want to be understood. You want to be respected. You want what you desire. But the truth is, you can't get it by talking wrongly. Number 18, speak to edify and lift up the spirit of your spouse. Wow. Speak. The Bible says our words should be seasoned with salt. It must be mixed with grace. Seasoned with salt. It must be well sorted. It must be well presented. If you want to be understood, if you want to get the best result in that marriage. Number 19, speak to build up your spouse, not to destroy. Speak to build up your spouse, not to destroy. Some people will be committed to destroying their spouses with words. You don't do it. Be committed to build up. Be committed to build up. Another thing you must do, that would be number 20. Move closer to each other when communicating. There are ways to get the best in your marriage if you can just sit down with each other very close. Even touching each other as you talk, like lovers. Instead of talking to each other when the wife is in the bedroom or in the kitchen, the husband is in the living room, and you are talking. You won't get result like that. Move closer, like lovers will do.
Family Lifeline. Family Lifeline.
Number 21, use the power of praise and appreciation. Praise each other. Appreciate each other. Wow. Praising each other, appreciating each other will bring out the best of all the best results. And it will amaze you that you are going to generate good feeling and willingness to change and develop in the life of your spouse. So use the power of praise. There are many things good in your husband. Discover them and speak about them. Appreciate your husband for his quality, for his support, for his faithfulness, for his trustworthiness, for his provision, for his protection. Don't focus your life on one thing he's not yet doing. Focus on what he's doing, and you will discover that it will improve and become better. Number 22, by all means, be positive in your words. Some people are just utterly negative in their words. In everything, they are just negative. Talking to their spouses as if they are fighting battles. You see, if you are always negative, there's no way you will not get negative response. No matter how cool and gentle your spouse is. At a stage, you will train the person to become a negative person, and that will hurt your marriage. But if you are always cool, you are always speak, even in anger, you speak right, you speak positively, you speak gently, you will be doing your marriage a whole lot of good, because positive words generate positive responses, and positive responses will bring another positive words, and you go in the cycle. We call it cycle of positivity. The opposite of that is crazy cycle. Experts call it crazy cycle, because you start with a negative word, your spouse responds with a bigger negative word, you too you respond with a bitter negative word, your spouse, and nobody is winning this war. Everybody, the thing will be rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling until it becomes so big that both of you will not even be able to handle it again. At that stage, you will see people shouting, "You will kill me," and neighbor will be coming around to settle disputes, because they allow the negative cycle to continue, crazy cycle. Who will stop the crazy cycle today? It's you. You are the one. Get committed to talk positively. Even when your spouse is ready to fight again, talk positively. You will disarm him or you will disarm her. Number 23, give words as gift to your spouse. Do you know that one of the biggest gifts you can give to your spouse are your words? And funnily enough, they are big gifts and you don't need to spend a dime for it. It's cashless. You don't need to spend for it. For example, you call your spouse in the office. "How are you doing? Have you eaten? I just want to know how you are feeling today. Is everything all right? Hope you are able to get to the office early. Hope you are able to meet up with the meeting. Okay, just checking on you." That is a whole lot of gifts. And it takes just about 10-20 naira to make that such a call. When you tell your wife, "I love you," when you tell your husband, "I love you," it's a gift. When you encourage your husband, "It's possible. We are going to succeed in this thing." Ooh, it's a gift. When you tell your spouse, "I value you. You are the best gift heaven has ever given unto me," it's a gift. But many people, they don't understand that this is a gift. So start giving words as gift to your spouse right from today. Number 24, speak to reassure your spouse. Let your spouse know that you value him or her. Let your spouse know that you are not going to marry another person. Let your spouse know that you are not sleeping around. Let your spouse know that you are not about sending her packing. You see, in time of argument, couples do say a lot of negative words to each other. When they settle, they will never say anything to reverse it. "One day I will divorce you. One day I will send you packing. One day I regret marrying you." All these negative words. When you settle, do you ever sit down to reverse it, to say the opposite, which is positive? And if you don't say the positive to reverse them, you know what happens? They are recorded in the heart of your spouse, And the person will now be working on them to the detriment of your marriage. So speak to reassure your spouse of your love, of your faithfulness, of your loyalty, of your joy, being his or her spouse. Reassure. Number 25, speak to motivate your spouse to good deed. Motivate. Tell him he can do it. Tell her she can do it. Be a motivator par excellence. Motivate your spouse and get better results in that marriage. Number 26, avoid assumptions. What are you supposed to do? Instead of assuming, ask questions. Ask questions. Don't assume. Assumption can lead to destruction in marriage because it normally leads to frustration. What you are thinking is not really happening, but you didn't ask questions. It is not what you think. How is it? Ask questions and your spouse will answer. Number 27, always verbalize your love. Many people say, oh, I love her. She knows, or he knows. How do you know that he knows? No, I love her in my heart. My heart. She's in my mind every day. Thank you for that. But nobody can enter into your heart to know. So you need to verbalize it. You need to tell your wife, you need to tell your husband how much you love, how much you value. Number 28, be totally romantic in your words. Say romantic things that your spouse will not forget in a jiffy. Say romantic things. Talk about how beautiful your wife is. Talk about how colorful she is. How handsome your husband is, how wise he is. Wow. Be romantic. Say some things that only the two ears of your spouse should hear it. Be romantic in your words. As you grow in marriage, don't die in romance. Let your romance begin to fly up and fuel into it. Number 29, always clarify issues with your spouse. Don't allow your spouse to read your mind. Don't expect your spouse to be a mind reader. No. I think a man should know that his wife wants so kind of gift during her birthday. He should know. Who taught him to know? How do you think he will know? What are you supposed to do? Tell him what you want. Explain things to him. Don't expect your husband, your wife to read your mind. Many people are bad in reading mind. It's not even good for your marriage for you to think your husband should know. So clarify issues with your husband. Tell your wife your expectations. Be so open, be so transparent in your words. This will be the foundation of your marriage. And your marriage can never rise above your communication. The communication you bring on the table will be the foundation of your marriage. You know, you started this marriage talking. You can only keep it working by talking. You started that relationship that led to your marriage talking. You can only keep it working by talking. The day you stop talking in that marriage is the day you declare the death of your marriage. That death of your marriage may not happen in 10, 20 years, but it's coming one day. Most of the time during our couples program, we put husband and wife together to talk. You'll be so surprised that within 2-3 minutes, they finish talking. When you ask them, why are you not talking? They will say, what are we going to be talking? That's very bad. That's very dangerous for your marriage. That leads us to number 30. Always speak like a friend. In a great marriage, you dwell in friendship. You dwell in friendship. The day you cannot talk like friends again is the day battle begins in your marriage. You should be able to gist. You should be able to gossip to each other. You should be able to throw banter and crack jokes. Friends don't say official things. Friends don't talk like a president reading the budget of the nation. They talk like friends. They crack jokes. They fall on each other. They don't take each other too serious on some cases, but they make sure things are working together. So when husband and wife get to a state whereby they can easily talk together, they can talk about issues in the environment, things that do not concern them at all. That is the beginning. You can now take it deeper, talking more about yourself. Then you can take it deepest, talking about inner selves, what your wife, what your husband cannot see. That make a whole marriage via the power of effective communication. Thank you for joining me in this telecast today. Family Life Live has been a blessing to you. I'm talking about communication in marriage has added value to your family life. Now listen to this. You need to listen to this telecast over and over again. What are you supposed to do? Go straight to my YouTube channel at Bisi Adewale so that you can watch this over and over again. Not only that, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on LinkedIn, and join our Facebook group, Family Lifeline. Find it on Facebook. If you are a woman, join us on Wives and Mothers Hangout on Facebook. Through this, you can get to know so many things about marriage and family life, and you'll be able to grow your marriage. Remember, your family is very important. Take good care of your marriage.
Family Lifeline.
Bethsaida Africa Development PLC, enhancing your growth.